Is school a scam? School not scam. School not scam. Is traditional education outdated? Now think about this for a sec. Does it adequately prepare students for the real world? I know this is a complex question that is a little bit controversial, and honestly, I don't expect a one size fits all answer, meaning there are no right or wrong answers. But what I'm hoping we can do today is really discuss this topic that is a question in itself. Okay, so this is how we're going to do it. First, I'd like to define scam in this context. So, what does scam mean in this particular situation? Two, I'd like to look at some of the reasons why people think or believe that school is a scam. And then I'll look at the other group who believe, well, school isn't a scam, that it is essential for success. And I will also share my perspective. I'd like to tell you what I think. And a good way to round up this video would be to ask you, yes, you watching me right now, to tell me what you think. But we're going to get into it, okay? What I want to do right now is to take a break. When I come back, we will dig deep into the subject matter. And before I go for that break, I don't think I've said a happy new year to you, have I? So this is me saying a happy new year to you. This year is going to be an excellent year. This year is going to be an excellent year. Now, I'm not saying or guaranteeing or promising you that it's going to be challenges free. No, I am saying that regardless of what happens, that you're going to come out on top, that you're going to be victorious, that you are more than a conqueror. But you must make sure you are aligned with Christ. You are aligned with God, that you're walking in the path that He has asked you to walk in. Okay? And it is important that you yield completely to Him. He's the one who has brought 2025 to us, right? So He understands and He knows everything that will happen in this year. I don't worry personally about what this year is going to bring. All I focus on is on God, the person who owns 2025. And that's going to be my encouragement to you today. Please just focus on the one who has control over everything that would happen. And believe me, it is going to be an excellent year. We have a wonderful God, and there's nothing too hard for Him to do. Okay? So let me take a quick break and I'll be right back. All right, let's jump right into it. What does scam mean in this context? I say it refers to the frustration and skepticism regarding the value or effectiveness of traditional education. It suggests that traditional education is not adequately delivering on its promises, is broken, is overpriced, and not, I would say, adequately preparing students for the real world. Okay, so please keep this in mind. So let's look at some of the reasons why people believe that school or traditional education is a scam. One, lack of practical skills. Many people believe that schools focus too much on memorization and theoretical knowledge rather than helping students develop their critical thinking and problem solving skills. In fact, some people have taken it a step further to say, well, the subjects taught in schools do not adequately, or let me put it this way, have little to no direct application to real life situations. So they are questioning the value of education and are asking, why? Why do we need it? Why? What's the importance? What value does it bring? Okay? Two, again, this is not me saying it, this is what I, again, gathered from my research, okay? This is what people are saying. Two, standardized testing. The argument here is that standardized tests stifle creativity and independent thinking. That is, people are saying somehow, standardized tests forces or pressures students to conform to a specific way of thinking rather than encouraging them to think independently. In fact, I've heard others say, what's the value of standardized tests anyway? That it does not accurately reflect a student's true potential if the goal and the focus is on the memorization of facts rather than understanding or the understanding and the application of concepts. What do you think? Let's go to the third one. Outdated curriculum. Outdated curriculum. Now, let's look at the arguments that people are making. They are saying school curricula are too slow to adapt to the rapid pace of technological and societal change. That if the school curriculum is not catching up with what's happening in our society today, then what's the guarantee that they would be able to adequately prepare a student for the challenges and opportunities that exist in our world? So people have questions. Let's go to the fourth point. High cost of tuition and student loan slash debt, or debt, however you want to put it. Okay, so this is the argument. People are saying the rising cost of education, especially higher education, can lead to significant student loan or debt. That, what's the value anyway? Is there any return on investment? That if a student spends 4 years, say, acquiring a bachelor's degree, and then over that 4 years, they accrue significant student loan. Now, what's the guarantee that after 4 years, they will get a job, a good job that will help them offset the loan that they've received? What's the guarantee? In fact, people are looking at the job market today and they're saying, okay, if this is what it is, then what's the point of going to school? What's the point of accumulating this debt? What's the point if at the end of the day there's no guarantee that I'm going to get a good job that can help me offset my student loan and live a good life, right? So what's the return on investment? That's the question people are saying or asking. And let's go to the fifth point: limited career preparation. What is the argument here? Well, I've heard people say the programs available in schools do not provide significant practical experience or significant internship opportunities. That with this would make people struggle, to adapt to the work environment. That this could make it challenging for people to transition into the workforce. That schools would need to do better. That's the argument, okay? Now, I know you're already thinking. I know you have what you want to say, but be calming down. Be calming down. Let's look at the other side of things. Let's look at the group or the people who believe that school isn't a scam, that it is essential for success, that in fact everybody should go to school. So what are some of the reasons why they believe what they believe in? I'm going to share some with you. One, the argument here is that school provides students with a solid foundation in basic skills, or what you can call fundamental skills. Also, that school provides students with a solid foundation in critical thinking. Again, the argument here is that school provides students with significant knowledge and understanding of a broad range of subjects. Now, let me take it one after the other. Solid foundation in fundamental skills. The argument here is that when you go to school, you learn to read, you learn to write, you learn arithmetic. And these are basic skills that you need to live in our world today. These are basic skills that are needed on a day-to-day basis, that there's no way you will go through life if you can read, if you can write, and if you can do little basic arithmetic, okay? So critical thinking, the argument here is that, well, school would give you a solid foundation, or it will expose you, or it fosters critical thinking and problem-solving skills, and that individuals can then analyze information and make informed decisions and also adapt to change. 3, knowledge and understanding. The argument here is that schools or traditional education equips the students with a broad knowledge and understanding across a variety of subjects, such that they have a broad view of the world. Or let me put it this way: it helps expand their worldview and their intellectual horizon. Okay. 2, career opportunities. Now I've broken this into 2: higher earning potential and professional networks. So let's start with the first: higher earning potential. Now, many people believe that individuals with higher levels of education tend to have higher earning potential and better job opportunities. Personally, I don't know if I agree with this, because I've seen people with PhDs earn lower, and I've also seen people with high school certificates earn higher. So I don't know if I agree with this, but it's the general belief is that, once you have a higher degree, a master's, a PhD, somehow, you're supposed to earn higher. But I don't think that works in all cases, okay? So let's go to the second point: professional networks. The argument here is that school provides students the opportunity to build relationships with their peers, mentors, and faculty, and that these relationships can be valuable for future career advancement. I cannot believe it. I agree. All right, let's go to the third point: professional or personal development. Maybe I'll call it personal development. And I've broken this down into two: social skills and lifelong learning. Let's start with the first: social skills. The argument here is that traditional education helps the student or helps a student, you know, build essential social skills, skills like communication, teamwork, empathy, organizational time management skills. And that these skills are very, very essential when it comes to building relationships and when it comes to navigating the social space. I kind of agree with this, but I think you can also build skills outside of the four walls of school. But let's continue. Okay. So let's look at lifelong learning. The argument here is that education fosters a law of lifelong learning, that it encourages the individual, it encourages the student to continue to seek knowledge and to expand their worldview and to expand their personal knowledge throughout their lives, right? So continue to develop yourself, continue to gain knowledge throughout your life. That education helps the student or the individual realize that this is very essential. And it's not just a one-time thing. Oh, I'm knowledgeable, I don't need anything. No, you're going to continue to learn. You're going to continue to develop your skills throughout your life. Okay. Now, I have another point too: social and cultural understanding. I've broken this into two. I would say diverse perspectives, and then I would say civic engagement. Okay. Let me look at diverse perspective. The argument here is that education exposes students or individuals to different cultures, different ideas, different perspectives, expanding or promoting their worldview and helping them again tolerate people the more, helping them understand people better, and just helping them again develop empathy. As they learn to work with people from different diverse cultures and backgrounds. Okay, and then finally we have civic engagement. The argument here is that, well, education helps the student understand, or helps an individual understand, that you have to be an active and informed citizen of a community, of a country, and that you have to actively participate in your community and significantly contribute to the society. Now, these are some of the things I gathered when I did my research. And I said earlier on, or as I said earlier on, I know you have what you think. I know you believe what you believe in. Okay. So what I'm going to do right now is to share my perspective, and of course, I'll give you the opportunity to share yours. Okay. What do I think? Let me take a break. I'll be right back.